Well, hello and welcome to a playthrough of the 7th level of the Rising Sun campaign on the TGG client. And yeah, I realize I deprived you of the amazing animation of progressing towards this tree last time, but well, it is how it is. I do forget these things sometimes before or I remember them after pressing the stop recording button, and then I can't be bothered, of course. Now, in this kingdom, we have a stamp on credit, which is an event. And credit has one track mind, which means that automatically at the start of each buy phase, we buy credit. And credit, as we've seen in one of the earlier playthroughs, is okay-ish to gain you cards that you desire. For 2, you turn any card's cost into debt, any card that just costs up to 8. And yeah, for example, you could buy it to gain an artisan for 6 debt. But here we buy it automatically without having to pay for it at the start of each turn. And so already at the start of this one, we get to resolve it. And this changes a lot of things. And this makes this kingdom a lot of fun, actually. Now, yeah, let me show you the kingdom cards while hiding myself. We have Fishmonger 4+ buy, probably not necessary. Same with market, but we do have some strong gainers in artisan and craftsman, and also some good trashing in sentry and rice broker, albeit a bit expensive. Then we have a village in rustic village, and also I guess the first aristocrat you play. Some draw in poet, but also some draw in rice broker. Apart from that, we have the harsh winter as a prophecy. So after 5 omen cards, which are rustic village and poet, have been played, we get to um, put debt on piles that do not have debt on it, and otherwise we take the debt that is on piles, so we will end up with a lot of debt, but we will end up with a lot of debt anyways, because credit is bought automatically at the start of each turn. Also note that credit makes River Shrine really, really bad here, because this one track mind on credit makes River Shrine really, really bad, because you'll never be able to not gain a card during your buy phase. In each and every buy phase, you will have to gain an action or treasure costing up to 8 and receive the debt for it. Now, the strategy for this kingdom is going to involve never getting out of debt, I think, and thus essentially skipping out on the province buys. I mean, you could try to get out of debt towards the end here, but really, if you can somehow end the game before the opponent has the chance to go for any provinces, and arguably it's a bit hard to build up good economy here with credit coming in each turn, forcing you to gain a whatever card. I mean, you could also gain a copper, okay, for 0 debt, but yeah, it's gonna be super hard to not get into that. And also having this event being bought for free for you enables you to gain artisans, enables you to gain sentries, good cards that you would want anyways, and thus, yeah, that strategy seems to be really nice here. And also artisan and gaining duchies won't care about any harsh winter stuff. It could gain you rice brokers, sentries, craftsmen, and so I don't think we're going to touch provinces here, just also because we are not going to planning on getting out of debt. Now the kingdom plot looks as follows: lots of gains, a little bit of draw in rice broker and poet, but I think it should suffice if we get our hands on enough artisans. And yeah, some attack in, what is the attack actually? What is the attack here? I guess the harsh winter prophecy kind of attacks your opponent because you limit them in what they would desire or should desire to buy. But yeah, if we are in debt anyways, we might not care about this harsh winter stuff. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, the strategy is going to involve lots of artisan stuff. And yeah, for that, I think opening actually double artisan is not out of question. We could also think maybe actually seeing this kingdom now and thinking a bit more about it, like I did the opening hints, just looking at the cards without too much thought. Maybe you could also just go artisan and sentry or artisan and rice broker, but I think sentry is a tiny bit better. But yeah, and then with the plan of picking up more artisans on the following turns then with credit. Maybe that's better. Maybe, yeah. Sorry for throwing my own opening hints under the bus. It happens from time to time. But yeah, let's open artisan and sentry. So it doesn't matter which opening you have, you're going to end up in debt anyways. So yeah, let's go for this artisan. I mean, we should still pay off the debt just in case some other stuff comes up with yeah, this is already great that we went for the artisan because for the sentry because then well otherwise well we would have found a we would have been able to top deck a sentry anyways, but yeah, I still really like that we were able to do this. Now here, maybe we pick up a village and top deck it, or a rice broker. We do have another artisan down there. Probably a rice broker, just to trash one more copper. And then this can gain us another artisan. And yeah, we can just keep on gaining those artisans. Probably play the rice broker first, because we have two estates down here, and then top deck a village this turn. Now this is pretty great. We get to top deck this village, or could even top deck an aristocrat. What do we want to top deck more? If we top deck the aristocrat, we could artisan for rice broker and immediately play it. But the village draws us a card, and we want some villages in deck anyways, and thus probably this is best. Slowly building up this deck full of rustic villages and artisans, and yeah, AI is also in lots of debt and won't be able to contest the provinces, so yeah. Do we discard here? Probably we do. Can just go for more rustic village, decline that, and rice broker, or sentry, or rustic village and top deck rustic village. Yeah, maybe a rustic village, top decking rustic village is best. Picking up the next artisan, and yeah, really just ensuring that we have enough villages to go with all of these artisans. But yeah, the credit stuff can always gain us artisans, and credit stuff gaining golds for AI. I'm not fully seeing where AI is going with that. Maybe I should have thought about this a bit longer. With artisans, we can set up the the trashing of sentry in a way where we actually get to target this stage, but oh well. Yeah, this is also good. You get to go through a bit more here. And do we want to gain another rice broker and get through even more of that shuffle, or a sentry? Yeah, let's go for the rice broker, trashing this copper. We get to even find two artisans, perfect. Get to top deck rustic village, get to top deck maybe rice broker or a craftsman. At this stage, we really want to maximize our gains, and craftsman would enable us to do so. Yeah, so maybe the greedy play is to top deck a craftsman and go for yet another artisan. And maybe this artisan is gaining us a rice broker that just trashes a rustic village. So, or we find a rice broker that does that for us. Yeah, I think this is a good play at this point. We get to do more of the rustic village stuff, probably discard here to later on find this with the sentry, hopefully, and decline that, go for more rice broker, draw a bit further. Now here, maybe we go for one more rustic village, decline that, and go for a target for the rice broker, I would say. Yeah, let's just go for whatever target we can acquire. I don't think it matters. We could, yeah, just go destroy this fishmonger to draw some cards. And now the sentry can trash out the last two cards that we discarded earlier. And yeah, we are in a great position, I would say. Maybe we should have done more villaging earlier. Decline that. But yeah, I really like where we're at. What does this craftsman want to gain? Probably another craftsman. And then we gain a rustic village and top deck a rustic village, or we top deck a rice broker. Yeah, probably we just top deck a rice broker. Decline this. Craftsman can go for craftsman. Or maybe just rustic village. We want to have all of those in our hands. And go for another artisan. Artisans are pretty safe to lower like this. Now there are only two left because you would need to buy one of them if you wanted to empty the pile, as you cannot, well, really get out of that easily. But yeah, as you can see, AI has 11 debt at this point and even leaves us with a possible artisan pile out. I think we just trash some of our good actions here and should pretty soon already have a win in hand. Now, is this a win already? I think we do have the actions. Yeah, easily we can win this one. Yeah, wow. As you can see, we can just empty out the duchies here and go for the last artisan without any problems whatsoever. This craftsman could even gain something different, but yeah, let's just maximize the gains. I guess we can play this rustic village. We don't even need to, really. Yeah, just top deck some stuff and finish this game with a lot of debt on our hands, but also with a lot of points, given how many turns was this? Given that we only needed 9 turns to get to this point. So yeah, I think just skipping out on the provinces from turn 1 on, like mentally preparing to end up with a lot of debt, 67 debt, I don't think we would have ever gotten to any provinces. Seems to be the best here, just because you have so much agency. 9 turns to empty the duchies, while 9 turns in this kingdom with credit being active each turn, I don't think it's possible to build a deck that can outscore this via provinces and have as much agency as we did. I mean, there is still the hassle in the opening to first trash out your starting cards, and if you use the artisan to gain sentries or rice brokers, you immediately miss out on money that you could spend to pay off the debt. And yeah, just going for these duchies seems to be the best. And I'm fairly happy this worked out, but I'm also not surprised this worked out. This is an insane kingdom with this insane stamp on credit, and yeah, just gaining on artisans all the way through, maybe except for the first turn. But even for the first 2 turns, you could just click on artisan and it would be fine. And I think had AI not left us with this pile out option on artisan, we might not have been able to finish it. Although, yeah, maybe we wouldn't quite have been able to get there, as we would have needed to gain rice brokers or craftsmen. Maybe we had a win on craftsmen, but it would have been much tighter had AI not taken that penultimate artisan. Anyways, I'm rambling, so I would just say let's leave it here. And I'm just noticing that we got 8 debt here. Why did we get 8 debt? But of course we got the harsh winter debt on top of the 6 debt. Sorry, getting distracted. Yeah, I'm rambling. We should just enjoy these beautiful, beautiful decks that did not have much in it. Yeah, AI's deck was much of a joke, no village at all, whereas we had so much agency. And yeah, I will try to catch you in the next one. Like before that, we can, however, see how we're progressing to this nice village for the next campaign level. Yeah, sorry for this weird ending, but with that, I'll say goodbye.